Hi everybody, how are you doing? Hope you're all well and safe and having a great day. My day's going pretty well. Ramon and Miranda has released some new brushes for Krita. If you don't know, he makes the Digital Atelier brushes pack. He makes some absolutely awesome brushes. These ones are no different. They are, he calls them his Impressionist pack. So I thought I'd have a go at a little Impressionist piece. This is what I came up with. Really hope you like it. Let's just get straight into the video. Ramon has done it again. He's brought out another set of brushes. This time they are Impressionist brushes. We've got 8 brushes here. I'm itching to give them a try out. I thought I would do this scene. It looks quite complicated. I think this will be perfect for an Impressionist painting. I'm just going to shrink this down, move it to one side, just get it out of the way a little bit, because I'll be using a larger reference image to look at. Let's go back to the brushes, and I have to say that I know this is an Impressionist painting, but I'm going to start with a charcoal pencil, and I'm going to use the number 6 fine small just to start sketching it in. And I'm going to speed this up a little bit. I'll start off just doing a bit, and then I want to speed through the drawing because this is all about these new brushes that we want to get into. More over there actually. Just rub that out a bit. But I thought Ramon's made the stencil brushes anyway. Not the stencil brushes, the charcoal brushes. So I'm still using part of his kit. So at this point I'm going to speed it along because we want to get into the painting. Right, I have my sketch done on the undercolour. I'm going into the paint sketch here layer. If you haven't seen these before, by the way, these are a texture. All of these layers are part of a smart texture that gives you, zoom in, see the texture on the canvas. I'll put a link in the description where you can get these from, and to a video of how to set them up and so on. Anyway, get back to the Impressionism brushes. So I guess I can just start blocking in colour. Don't know, let's just try my two other brushes. I don't want black, do I? Look at that straight away. Oh, yes. So this is the Impressionist Masked Big. So I'm just going to just sort of block in colours, and I'll worry about shadows and things a bit later. And I might simplify stuff, I don't know. I think if I look at a reference of Monet, they love blues. Oops, perhaps not quite that much blue. They love blues in the paintings, so I think I need, just gives it a sort of a real nice light airy feel. Ramon suggests that you can use these. I'll put a link to these as well. I discovered them on his Twitter. I follow him on Twitter. He was saying that these are now available for people to use and enjoy, and he suggests that you can use them for other things other than Impressionist work, obviously. But I'm just at the minute very happy. Go with this Impressionist feel. Look at that. I've actually got a Monet reference. I'll put that up at the end to show you, or I'll slot it in somewhere so you can see what I keep sort of flicking between the actual photograph that I'm working on and the reference of the Monet painting, just to give me a bit of inspiration, really. Be great. It's all about the light, isn't it, with Impressionism, I feel. Up a bit. Come forward. It's a rapid way of painting, I have to say, because we're getting all of these brush strokes in. Really beautiful. A bit grey. There we go. Whoops. I do struggle at times with the colour picker in Krita. In most apps it's the Alt key, but with Krita it's the Control key, which I do find a little bit confusing at times. Not so sure about all of this blue. Let's go into some red. Still just sort of blocking in colours really. That's a bit towards the green side. That's better. That's a lot better there. Right, now the ground, I'm gonna go towards a blue-grey with it, and a neutral grey. A bit of a shadow going off there. A bit lighter up the steps. Around here. Back in the light again. Yes. And then the steps are obviously in the light. Letting the brush strokes follow the steps. I think the shadows should be much more kind of a blue. They were sort of this colour. They weren't. lost these people. I'm gonna have to put sketch layer back on the top just for when I come to put the people in. Need to look at my Monet reference. Oh, purples. See, it's much more, they get the tones much more with colour than they do with actual really dark tones. I'm changing the brush a bit now. This is the wet pattern. I think this will be nice for windows and things. Oops. You can just define things a little bit more. Back to the purple. Let's get a bit of definition on these steps. Then we've got this smudge brush here. It's called a wet blend, which is quite nice. I can sort of fuzz that out a bit. Keeps that an impressionist sort of stroke feel about it. It's nice because I can sort of sharpen up edges a little bit with it. It's keeping the perspective of this drawing as well is a bit tricky. Let that merge together, I think, there. Yeah, I'm feeling good with where we're going so far. Just going to bring this underpainting onto the top there, and then create a new layer above the other paint, the actual painting. So that's the sketch, that's the painting, and then above of those two, just so I can get the people in a little bit. I think I'm going to try the texture impressionist accurate. Woo! I don't know. That's a better one. Texture impressionist masked. I think that's the first one I used. Got the wrong colour, of course. For my lady. Again with a that's it. And then the blue. The blue's going to work really well. I think I'm just going to go in over the old thing and then add shadow colour. Sort of darker blue trousers. That's working well. I can use that for the shadow actually. Use that blender. It's just bouncing off that coat. I use that same colour for this gentleman here. It's almost in silhouette really. And he's got white hair. kind of quite like the black lines in it, you know, not as bold as that, but definitely to give like an indication. Do I give him the brown trousers? Why not? The shadows. Oops. Shadows coming across these steps. Some cobbles in. It's the handrails, isn't it? And they are actually a bit more purple than what I've got. Let's use that blender. Let's get these other people's in, then I can hide the lines again. Oops, no, this one. Just a little blob, really, isn't it? So I've kind of got the people in as much detail as I want. If I hide the lines, you can see that's what it's looking like so far. So I might just pop the lines back to the bottom for a second, pop them back on. That's cool. Yeah, and I'm going to keep going with this. What have we got here? Asking big. Impressionism pattern. Let's go with cream. I think I need to I need to be on this layer. Yeah. That's better. Just kind of adding a bit of detail in. I don't know how far I'm going to go with this. Here I can put in some, oh, too much. Looking at my source photo, and that's too dark. It's just too much. And that's too bright. Better. That's okay. I do have little bits of bright colour, but not perhaps quite as much as I had there. Right, I can see this is going to take me quite a bit longer to get where I want to be, so I'm going to speed the whole thing up a little bit, I think, and come back to you in a little while. Otherwise, this is going to be one of them really, really long videos. Or, to be honest with you, they all seem to be getting really, really long these days. So, yeah, let's speed it up now. getting close to the end now. I've just got this window to do something with that. My favourite brushes, I'm liking this textured Impressionist masked big. I really like that. I think that's a cool brush. I like the blending brush, this one. Now I have to say, just so I'm sort of covering everything I found out about these brushes. This particular one, this is a really big blending brush, but when I installed it, the texture was missing with it, so I've added my own texture. So I'm not going to use this brush at all, but I'm sure Ramon will sort that out. I'm not sure if this is like well, it's not on Krita yet, so, and it says version 1, so I guess he's got to do some more work with it. I have actually sent him a message telling him that I was having problems with that particular brush, but as yet I think he's been too busy to respond. But I was only yesterday, so I was eager to try out the brushes. And this one, the wet pattern, that's a nice one. Just allows you to some really soft, delicate marks, which I'm really liking. And you know, you're tempted to sort of keep adding detail and things, but to be honest, it's an Impressionist painting. You know, shouldn't be doing that. What have I got selected? Let's go with the well, I just want to. I know it's sort of black and white, but I'm sort of doing it in reverse a bit, where the light's just catching that window. I never like putting in sort of putting in perfect rectangles. Do like to get blending brushes like this, smudge them out so you don't get perfect squares. I think I've got enough of this black left now to where it doesn't look out of place. Oh, I think that looks quite impressionistic. I could go round it and sort of put a few more defining lines in. I don't know as if it needs it. I don't know as if I should be doing that at all, really. Put those doors in. This makes a bit more sense. And then I can tidy that up a bit actually. I've got to be careful because sometimes I tend to draw on an angle. Not perfectly. That's better. That's a bit better. Put a little bit of blue in to brighten it up a bit. And then get my favourite blending brush just to soften off. I could put that vertical in, but I don't want to. I think it'll doesn't add anything to the picture. And do I go in with a bit more detail in these two people here? I don't think so. I think that's That's okay as it is. Like I say, it's Impressionist, so I'm cool with that. I might just put a few more cobbles in. Use this brush because it puts them in with this nice wet feel. A bit smaller. Using the square bracket keys just to make that a bit smaller. Yeah, I'm just wondering if I should just tidy that up a bit, sharpen it up a bit, give it a bit more definition just there. Over that window, I don't think that hurts. That's cool. This is like obviously a window box. This nice sign underneath it. I'm not going to put any writing on. Yeah, I think I've finished. Let's just get it signed. So, what do I think to the brushes? Awesome. I've used brushes like this one before. You know, every kit's got sort of an Impressionist brush, but what makes this special are this wet brush. Let's just create a new layer to do this. This wet brush. Colour. Just love the way they blend together. Not seen that before really. And this blending brush. Beautiful. I love it. So, I could just press the delete key to get rid of that. I think that's it. I think that's my Impressionist painting of Whitby. Some steps that take you up to the Abbey, but obviously Bram Stoker, well, not obviously, you may not know this, Bram Stoker was inspired by the Abbey when he wrote the scene where Dracula came to England. What's going off here? Oh, I can't stop fiddling. Yeah. Whoops. Let's try this wet brush. Yeah, where Dracula came to England, and yeah, he was inspired by the Abbey there. And if you ever go to Whitby, you'll find there's lots of sort of Gothic things about, and there's hotels that are themed on Dracula and stuff like that. And it's quite interesting. It's one of my favourite places actually, Whitby. And there's some other lovely little towns or harbours, or I don't know what you call them really, nearby, like Staithes Harbour, which I really like. Somebody posted a picture of Staithes Harbour painted in Digital Easel the other day, I noticed, which was nice to see. It's kind of not right, is it? Because if you could have an highlight, it would be this side. Why am I fiddling? I thought I'd finished. I have finished. Steve, stop it, please. Just can't help. Oh, I can't help myself. just want to pop a little bit. Got a little bit of light on her shoulder there. Just want that in. Yeah, that's it. Finished. So Ramon, well done. Another awesome set of brushes. Love them. Great if you want to just do a really mellow painting or an impressionist piece. Really cool. So thanks for watching, everybody. If you've stayed with me this long, I assume you've enjoyed it. So if you have, thumbs up. As always, hit the like button. It's much appreciated. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, because I've got lots of videos like this and I would love to be sharing them all with you. And don't forget, everybody, stay safe, stay sane, and keep painting. And hopefully I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.